David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So fucking John Doerr has quit the oppression chamber again because we were meant to do a podcast today at 3 o'clock. It's been a busy week. We were meant to do it Monday. I couldn't do it Monday. We couldn't do fucking Wednesday, Thursday. So we're like, let's do Saturday afternoon. I sent the boys a message at about 1 o'clock going, 3? Are we all good for 3? Izzy messages back like an hour later. He's on a bender. Dawes sends like fucking 10 messages saying if there's one more fucking fuck up, I'm out of this podcast. I can't fucking do it anymore. I'm rearranging my whole life to do a fucking podcast that Izzy isn't even fucking into. He's not even committed to. And it was okay. And then Izzy, because he's fucking drunk, sends a message saying something along the lines of, I can't be expected to turn up to a weekend podcast when I work all week. I'm getting fucked up on the weekend, all right? That triggered Doerr. He's like, I'm fucking out. And the next thing you see is Doerr has left the group. And to be honest with you, I'm not going to be the one getting the Beatles back together. They can fucking sort it out. I am over it. We've got a show in 2 weeks in Melbourne, the 100th episode. I've already booked my ticket down. I'm catching the fucking train, 11 hours on a fucking train to come down, do the show, do a few podcasts, and I'm doing them. We're doing that fucking show regardless. I'll get them back for that. I'll make them fucking do that show because we've already sold fucking tickets to it. Despite the fact, oh my God, it's so hard working with retards. It's so fucking hard. Despite the fact no one's promoted it, I've promoted it on this podcast a little bit, like 2 weeks ago. These 2 other cunts haven't done anything at all. I was speaking to my wife the other day and I was like, hey, we've sold 15 tickets to this Oppression Chamber fucking show and we haven't even started promoting it yet. And she's like, yeah, why would you guys need to promote anything? You guys are like Louis C.K. Why would you even need to promote? You guys just sell everything out immediately, don't you? Why would you need to promote? And I realized what I was actually saying to her was, despite the fact we are completely fucking retarded, despite the fact we're 3 goddamn losers that can't get anything to fucking gather, despite the fact it's taken us fucking close to 6 years to get to 100 episodes, despite all this, we've still sold 15 tickets to the Oppression Chamber show. It was like I was bragging about my mental illness to her. I was basically saying to her, aren't you proud I'm retarded? I'm like the Forrest Gump of comedy. Despite all my retardations, I still have a shrimping company. So that fucking show's going ahead. I will get them back together for that show, but I don't know how much more of the Oppression Chamber I can fucking put up with. It's my fucking baby, that show as well. I fucking love that show. I feel like that show's as good as any fucking podcast ever made. Funny-wise, anyway. I mean, like, it's an acquired taste as well. Not everyone's going to love the Oppression Chamber. It goes so fucking hard. And it's something I would like to listen to if I wasn't doing it. But if these cunts can't get their shit together for 1 hour a week, that's how fucking retarded comedians are to work with. You can't get them together 1 hour a week. I'm also at fault here. I take some of the blame because I'm always chopping and changing as well. But I don't know. It will hurt if that show ends, but it's like an abusive relationship now. It's like you're just hanging on to a toxic relationship. It's so close as well. I wish these cunts could fucking see it. It's so close to ready to pop. And it's as if these 2 cunts subconsciously are seeing a little bit of success. Like the light's there. I'm telling them, I'm like, it's almost there. We've got chemistry. We go hard. It's funny. It's interesting. We can do it on a whim. We don't fucking prepare. We're just doing it, all right? And it's not that much work. And people enjoy it. And success is just, like, you can see a few rays of light just in the distance. And these cunts are like, no fucking way I want to get anywhere near that fucking light. I don't want to go anywhere near that fucking success. I work in a fucking factory and I want to continue working in a factory for the rest of my life. And I am a cook at old people's homes while I'm putting on free shows around town. It's like, fuck me. It will be a sad day for me if the oppression chamber closes down. It has taught me so fucking much, that goddamn fucking piece of shit show. But how long do you have to give it? How much fucking energy do you need to give it? And if it does fucking end, I'll start that hour podcast I've been talking about for the last fucking 2 years. Like, I've had the plans to start it in the works a couple of times now, but just with this podcast, with stand-up, with everything, and the oppression chamber, and then trying to do an extra hour fucking podcast a week, it would have just been fucking stretching me too thin. It would have been too much for me. But if I'm not doing the oppression chamber anymore, then I'll do an hour podcast. I'll do that fucked up Friday thing. An extended fucked up Friday. I'll get some comics on. I'll read out a story. You know what I mean. I think that's what I'll do. And then I'll start interviewing cunts and shit like that. I feel like that's the move. I feel like I may have let go of the oppression chamber. But before then, come to our live recording of the 100th episode of the fucking oppression chamber. It's in South Melbourne on November the 19th at the Rubber Chicken. Just Google the Rubber Chicken or message me. It's going to be a wild night. I'm pretty sure there's a chance that a fucking full-blown fight is going to break out. It's going to be worth being there. It's probably just going to be an hour of us coming to blows. Anyway, if you want tickets to that, Google the Rubber Chicken. They're selling tickets on their website, or go to the Oppression Chamber Instagram. It's in the bio. Try booking. Where else can you get it? Just fucking message me. I'll send you the link. Come down. I'll be in Melbourne for a couple of days. I think it's 3 days from the 18th to the 20th. I'm going to try and get to my fucking high school reunion too. Anyway, that's fucking it for today. If you're enjoying this podcast, this one, then give it a share around. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you the fuck later.